Such fine margins. He's chasing his ninth pole of this circuit. Hamilton going for it. He's done it. He's done it at the last. Lewis Hamilton has a ninth pole position at the Hungarian Grand Prix, and he beat Max Verstappen by 0.003 of a second. margins. He's chasing his 9th pole of this circuit. Hamilton going for it. He's done it. He's done it at the last. Lewis Hamilton has a 9th pole position at the Hungarian Grand Prix. And he's beat Max Verstappen by 3 thousandths of a second.
This is Solo P1. Welcome to the Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying. And it was worth the wait. This is why I put it in the thumbnail. It was worth the wait. Lewis Hamilton. You know what? I'm not chatting crap. You believe me or you don't believe me. At the beginning of the weekend, I thought, yeah, it's probably going to be another Max again. It's going to be Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen's going to win the. He's going to win. He'll get pole, and he'll get qualifying, and then whatever, and they'll win the race. And it's a fight for second place. This is what I thought. And you know what? It was the last. It was Q3, and I was watching it. And my heart started beating. True talk. My heart started beating. And the last time my heart beated like that is when Lewis was in, I think it was Brazil last year, for qualifying, and Brazil only got the race. When, not last year, 2021, it's that long now, 2021. Last year the car was horrendous. But 2021, that was the last time I got that feeling. And I sat down, I was sitting next to somebody, and I said, Lewis is going to get pole, you know. Lewis is going to get pole. They said, you never said that. I goes, this is at the start of Q3. This is before the cars came out to do their quali runs. And I said, Lewis is going to get pole. And I goes, how do you know? Because my heart's beating. He said, I'm not really, listen, I'm not superstitious. But I was thinking he's going to get pole. He's going to get pole. And what happened? He got pole. Look, usually when I do the qualifying reviews and I do my race reviews, I usually start my notes at the beginning of the weekend. I start during practice, I start doing little notes, start gathering information. So when it comes to the video, when it comes to qualifying, when it comes to race, I kind of know what I'm talking about. I get a bit of knowledge. I listen to Anthony from F1. I listen to Ted always. Still think Ted should have his own podcast, but that's for another video. And then I just gather information, and then when I get my video, when I do my video qualifying on race day, I present it. I present what I think of the week and how the commentators are, whatever. You know how it is. If you've been following me for years, you know how I go. But Lewis Hamilton today getting pole was absolutely amazing. Amazing. Lewis Hamilton on pole 2023. The last time Lewis was on pole, I think it was Saudi Arabia 2021. That was the last time Lewis Hamilton was on pole. So we had to wait as Lewis Hamilton fans. We had to wait all that time for Lewis to get on pole. All that time. And he finally done it. Finally done it. Listen, McLaren, another good showing by McLaren, another good showing by Oscar Piastri getting 4th place. Another good showing by, I think it was One You Joe. I'm not sure he come 5th or 7th. I think it was 5th place, One You Joe. You wait till Chinese Grand Prix next year. He's going to be a national hero in China. One You Joe. I like One You Joe. I've said that plenty of times on my channel. I like One You Joe. But Lewis Hamilton getting pole position. What more can you say? Now, I am joined today with my partner in crime, Michael Hughes. He does all my videos with me now, most of them. He's Toto Abba! There you go.
What's wrong with my camera?
Camera's fine.
Camera's fine.
I can hear an echo though.
Is it good?
Yeah. Fix my hat. Good, man.
Alright. That's good. That's better.
So Toto, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm happy. All these years, man. Like,
Finally.
it's also all this Max.
It's
5
great, innit?
consecutive poles in
It's
a
great.
row. 6 race wins in a row, Max. But now Hamilton broke the consecutive streak and now has got pole. Look, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy to see, man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, I'm gonna move my chair over here. I'll tell you something now. I said that on my video. I said, look, the Q3 at the beginning of Q3, my heart started beating, and the last time my heart beated that way is when the last time we got pole. That was in Saudi Arabia. Let's face it, we knew all last year that he was never going to get pole with the car he had last year. The porpoising car. That's what I call it, the porpoising car. He was never going to get nowhere with that car. He was lucky to finish a race, never mind get pole. But he's coming this year, started off slow. Everybody said, oh, Lewis has lost it. Lewis has lost it. Lewis ain't going to get nowhere. There you go to the camera again. Lewis is going to get nowhere. That's what they said. Lewis ain't going to get nowhere. George Russell's going to overtake him. George Russell's, he's going to overtake Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's lost it, but they didn't realise, the stupid cretins, at the end of the day, Lewis was doing the trim work for the car, tuning it up, trying to get it in a better place. They're not going to use George Russell to tune the car. They're going to use Lewis Hamilton with his experience. And obviously, there was a lot of safety car issues last year, what went against Lewis. But obviously, the haters will miss that out. They'll always miss that out the conversation. But what it boils down to, Lewis Hamilton got pole. Now, I'm going to ask your opinion in a minute, but I'm going to give my opinion on this situation for tomorrow. Look, I'm happy for McLaren. Brilliant for Joe to get 5th place. I said when he goes to China, he's going to be like a king. He's going to be sitting on the throne. He's going to be sitting on the throne in China. It's going to be like the Game of Thrones when Joe goes to China. And then you got Oscar Piastri getting 4th place just behind Lando Norris. Again, brilliant showing by Oscar Piastri. And then you got Lando Norris again showing consistently. Happy for McLaren. Lewis mentioned it again after his interview. I'm happy for McLaren because that's where Lewis started. He's not going to forget about his roots because he's in Mercedes. It was McLaren what gave him his shot. So he'll always show respect to McLaren. But you know what? Tomorrow, starting on the clean side of the grid. Lewis obviously because he got pole. Lando Norris is starting on the clean side of the grid because it's in 3rd. So there's going to be fireworks tomorrow. But I'm telling you now, I hope and I will pray that Lewis Hamilton, if they're going wheel to wheel in that corner tomorrow, look, the perfect scenario is Lewis to get the best start and Lando Norris to slot in between them two. That's the perfect scenario. That could happen. But what might happen as well, the worst scenario, we know what the worst scenario is at the end of the day. If the race goes lights out the way we go, Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton go wheel to wheel in that first corner. And everybody knows that first corner in Hungary is so narrow. It's narrow and there's like a big turning. So there's a potential there's going to be some carnage tomorrow. And I just do not want that idiot Max Verstappen to hit Lewis Hamilton. Your thoughts on qualifying and your thoughts on the situation that we find ourselves for tomorrow. And today, what happened
today? Of course, Verstappen 2nd place. And not much people has won from 2nd place here. And he's on the dirty side. So the dirty side means a worse start. And Lando could probably, again, lots of people talking about Lando could get the jump on Max. And probably Lewis, but Lewis is also, it's 1st and 3rd on the clean side of the grid. 2nd has a disadvantage. It's always one on the right-hand side has a disadvantage.
Especially
I don't know why, but it's just the way it is here. And Hungary, it's a small track. There's barely any overtaking opportunities. It's like a karting track. I like Hungary. It's like a karting track, and I like the twisted bends and all that, and the fast bends. That's what I like about Hungary. And I'm a big fan of this track. Also, Hamilton is a big fan of this track, so Hamilton could be a potential win tomorrow. Look, I had enough of this Red Bull just always winning every single race. It's not even just about bias. It's not even about biasness now. It's not just about being a Mercedes fan. It's for every single Formula One fan. It's always Red Bull. I know lots of people are saying when Mercedes was on the domination, but it weren't as worse as this.
No.
At least some teams were on it. Red Bull's just been leading races. 25 seconds, 30 seconds. Plus, there's a lot of team orders going on in that Red Bull.
Oh,
There's a lot of stuff going behind the scenes. So, but look.
Yeah, well, you can see that's obvious. You could, a lot of people are not going to admit that, but it's obvious. There's a lot of team orders going on in Red Bull. Look, you know what? I don't even know. I'm going to look through in a minute where Perez finished. I don't even know where Perez finished. Actually, I don't even know the top. After the top 5, right, I ain't got a clue where anybody finished. I was so happy. I remember I jumped up and down, yeah, when Lewis got that pole, because he waited so long for that pole. You imagine you are the best driver in Formula One. You are about to win your 9th world title. Well, it was his 8th world title he was about to win, right? No, actually, it was his 8th world title he was about to win, yeah? And in my eyes, he did win. He was about to win his world title. He had it ripped away from him. He had that title ripped away from him in Abu Dhabi 2021. Facts. Right? Now, most drivers would probably come into the next season and for him to have the car, what he had in 2022, what was undrivable, porpoising everywhere, most drivers will go, you know what? I don't need to stand around there. I've won all these titles. I've got all the records. I'm off. Hiatus. Bye-bye. I'm going to go and have a year off, probably go and do this and that, acting, Hollywood, music, whatever you want to do. Let's face it, the world is his oyster. Let's face it. Lewis Hamilton don't need Formula One. Formula One needs Lewis Hamilton. They need Lewis Hamilton to sell it. Who they're going to get to sell it at this point? Lando, maybe. Not yet at the moment. He needs to be a little bit bigger, more worldwide bigger. Who they're going to use? George Russell, not really noticeable. Charles Leclerc, potentially, maybe down the road. Maybe the language barrier might be a problem. Even though he speaks English, maybe down the road, he could represent Formula One. None of them are on the scale of Lewis Hamilton when it comes to global audience and global revenue. Everybody knows if you talk about Lewis Hamilton, you can walk into any sport. It could be cricket, golf, American football, NBA, any sport in the world, and you go to any sportsman, do you know who Lewis Hamilton is? They will say yes. You're not going to get brain dead Max Verstappen to represent Formula One. Brain dead. Everyone that knows he's brain dead, he ain't going to have a clue. You stick him in a conversation in the room with a bunch of people, he ain't got a clue what he's talking about. Let's face it. This is why they protect him. Then they do false pictures of him speaking to kids, shaking the hand to make out, oh yeah, this guy's a role model. He's not a role model. No. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is what happened today. He got beat by Lewis Hamilton, fair and square in the qualifying. And what happened? What happened? Oh, it's not right, you know. It's not right. I don't care. This. The guy has won the world title already. He is 100 points nearly in front of Checo. And because he didn't get pole, he's going, oh, no. Oh, nothing. If that was Lewis Hamilton, the internet would be different. Trust me, it will be different. Because it's Max Verstappen, he gets a pass. And I like the way where Anthony was... Yeah, go on. I'll let you land. Go on.
You know what? It gets you mad because, all these commentators like Lazenby.
Because I said Landon it.
Like Lazenby, Martin Brundle. Like, I haven't got a problem with Martin Brundle, but he comes to, oh yeah, he nearly got pole, he almost got pole, only 3 milliseconds off. But at the end of the day, he lost. He got second, and Hamilton got first. So look, it's just, I'm not going to go shout because I'm just going to do a clear explanation. It doesn't matter. I'll take care of this one. It doesn't matter if you win it by inch or mile. Winning's winning, and Hamilton got the pole.
Yeah, winning is winning.
Yeah, this is the way it is, man.
That's it. That's just the way it is. Facts as always. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. Very simple. But what it boils down to, facts are facts. And another thing what stood out for me is when I'll give it to Rosberg. Rosberg was a champion for Lewis Hamilton today. After the race, they was doing commentary. Yeah. They had Christian Horner come on like he does his weekly interviews with Spike Sports F1. I'm hard. He sits there, and he's sitting in the chair and he goes, right. It was a good pole for Lewis, but at the end of the day, Max had a snap in turn 3 or 4. Then Rosberg retorted and said, yeah, but so did Lewis have a snapping turn 3 or 4, just to say, yeah, don't make up the excuses. And I saw Christian Horner went red like a beetroot, but Rosberg knew exactly what he was doing. We know Rosberg like he's a wind-up. People are saying on Twitter, oh, Rosberg, I like Rosberg for one day for sticking up for Lewis. Yeah, but people are forgetting about what he done at Abu Dhabi. He was one of the first commentators, one of the first ones to say at the Abu Dhabi 2021 that he was wrong, that he got robbed. So people forget about that as well. I'm not the biggest Rosberg fan, but you got to call it out. Facts are facts. So at the end of the day, Lewis got the pole. Lewis got the pole position. I'm happy for McLaren. Yeah. What happened to Daniel Ricciardo as well, beating Yuki Tsunoda? You keep talking. I'm gonna get the thing, my thing up there, my notes.
Yeah, Ricciardo, man, back on the grid. I thought we were going to get to Q3, just missed out. But look, I don't know why these people saying, "Oh yeah, Ricciardo out-qualified Tsunoda in the first day." Like, it's Ricciardo's been in it for ages. He's been in Toro Rosso. He's been in Red Bull. He's been now in AlphaTauri. He's been in the game for ages. So look, I just don't know. Before any fans compare Ricciardo to Tsunoda, don't even bother, because Ricciardo's been doing it for more than Tsunoda. And everyone thought when Nick De Vries came in the team, when Nick De Vries came, oh, Nick De Vries was sure. He opened his mouth. Look how far it ended up. Tsunoda, in my opinion, he's still a good driver. He's a good driver.
He's a good driver.
He proved himself against Nick De Vries when Nick De Vries were putting him down. So what Tsunoda did, kept his mouth shut, trained hard, and beat him.
I think Tsunoda's longest gone carry.
But look, anyone who compared to Ricciardo and Tsunoda respectively, I just don't know what you're doing comparing them both. Ricciardo's been in the game for much longer.
Yeah. I think they've done Nick De Vries wrong though, in my opinion. I think they should have gave him a little bit more time. I think they put the pressure on. Helmut Marko phoned him. Christian Horner said today he's the guy that phones. When they want to get rid of a driver, he does all the the phoning around. But it is what it is. The thing about it, practice 3. Yeah, when I saw practice 3, when Lewis Hamilton got the fastest time, I think it was a 1:17.8. Yeah, when I saw that, I thought to myself, maybe it's a Red Bull holding back, because Red Bull's got a new upgrade to their car. They had a new upgrade put on the car, and Max Verstappen was saying the upgrade's not working well. I don't know exactly what the upgrade is. I'm going to go into that more in detail on Monday during the debrief. But I know they had an upgrade on the car, and it wasn't working out for him, as he said. But what it boils down to, you can make all the excuses you want. You lost. You never got pole. And this guy is such a baby. He can't just accept he got beat. Anybody else, if somebody else would have got pole in front of me, it probably wouldn't hurt as much. It's the fact it was Lewis. Anyone but Lewis. That's how he rolls. So, what do you think of the new tyre change, during the race? And it's an experiment. It's the first time they've done it. It's an experiment this weekend where they're having the hard tyres in Q1, medium tyres in Q2, soft tyres in Q1. How do you think about that? I think, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I made a video on this about a month ago when they announced the rules for Hungary. It was about new Pirelli rules, hard, medium, soft. Yeah. And I actually, when it was there, I was thinking, I said in the video, if I memorised, I said, look, see how it is, new format, see how it goes. I sat on the fence. But when it actually hit this race, I think, this qualifying, I think it was actually a good format, in my opinion. Yeah. Hard, everyone's equal at the end of the day. It's not like you can go on a soft and just bomb out laps on a soft Q1. It could actually save you soft tyres as well, because everyone's in the same compound hards, everyone's in the same compound of mediums. It's like it makes it equal. I think that's what the way, because FIA, I think the rules, new relegation, is supposed to make every car closer. That didn't work out because the Red Bull just pulled away. But now, this qualifying, there was some surprises, like the likes of George Russell going out, as the likes of.
Where did it go? Did Russell go out in Q2 or Q1?
1.
I thought it was Q2 now. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the standings and he's near the back. I thought it was Q2, and he got caught out. I thought that was Mercedes' fault. I thought Mercedes, they waited to the last minute and a half. They waited for the last minute and a half to come out, yeah, and then they brought him out, and then they got caught up in traffic. They should have knew that was going to happen. I know.
And you know what else?
I know Lewis Hamilton just got through, but George Russell, Jesus Christ, he didn't even get out of Q1. You know what's going on? I don't understand that. The hard tires on, so you know the hard tires can do a couple of stints, yeah. They should have brought him out the last 3 minutes. Get a banker lap in to make sure you're going to get through. So if anything happens, you get caught up in traffic and you can go again. Not leave it to the last minutes. They should have knew that the other teams was going to come out and the traffic was going to look like the M4. I don't understand. And that's what it looked like. It looked like the M4. I just don't understand why it took so long. That sacrifice, Russell. Russell's confidence must be low at this point. What do you think about the Russell thing situation? Before we wrap it up.
Strategically, I think considering all the tyre changes and all that, I think it's starting to turn into a strategic game. This qualifier was about the strategy. It was like a race.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard tyres, because in my opinion, you know how it is about the hard tyres. It takes about 2 or 3 or 4 laps. It's the longest tyre to ever warm up. Has the lowest grip, but it has the highest tyre life. That's why it takes longer to warm up. That's why it starts to go to strategic. So it's not like you can go do 1 lap on hard, come in for a new set of hards, because that'll just make your hards cold again. But with this one, it's better off just to stay out a bit longer. It's just stay out a bit longer, get your tyres warm, then go for your fast lap. But with George Russell, he did get his tyres up to scratch, and that's when he was going to go for the lap. That's when the track was at the best state. But now Russell, yeah.
They sent him out too late.
I know. It just strategically just.
I know. I think he should have got a banker lap in. He should have got the banker lap in. And maybe you know what? It is what it is. He's going to be starting from tomorrow. He's third from bottom. He's going to start him from 18th tomorrow. The only 2 below him are Magnussen and Sargent. Where did Perez finish? Because I forgot where Perez finished. Perez finished. Where is Perez? So, but I'll do the positions that the way it finished, so we can get over and done with. So, Lewis Hamilton got the pole, 1st place. 2nd, Max Verstappen. 3rd, Lando Norris. 4th place, Oscar Piastri. 5th place, Juan Yu Zhou. 6th place, Charles Leclerc. 7th place, Valtteri Bottas. 8th place, Fernando Alonso. 9th place, Perez. Disappointed there. Nico Hülkenberg, 10th place. Sainz, 11th place. Esteban Ocon, 12th place. Daniel Ricciardo, 13th place. Lance Stroll, 14th place. 15th place, Pierre Gasly. 16th place, Albon. 17th place, Sonoda. 18th place, George Russell. 19th place, Kevin Magnussen. And 20th place, but last, Logan Sargent. So, you know what? Perez getting... Perez finished 9th place. He's... I called it last year, and I'll say it again, and I know I keep repeating myself, but this is for people who just start to listen to me. I said on this channel last year at Brazil, when he called out Max Verstappen for not giving the place back, when he moved over Max Verstappen, what cost Perez 2nd in the championship. Perez called him out on the radio and he said, we know what Max is like, we know what he's like. He called out Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen must have went back to Red Bull and said, I ain't driving with this guy. Not long after that, I think it was a few days after, they announced that Ricciardo was going to be the 3rd driver. That was it then, where he was never going to finish. After his contract finished, they was never going to renew it. But Perez, the way he's now, the pressure's on him. He's finishing in 9th place. He should have been at least in the top 4. Now he's finishing 9th place. He's got no confidence. The pressure's getting to him. And this is his last season with Red Bull. I'm not saying it's his last season with Formula 1, but this is going to be his last season with Red Bull. Guaranteed. So that's the end of the live reaction. Tomorrow we're doing the live watch along with the virtual maps. Check out my channel and check out Toto's channel for that. Monday is going to be the debrief, and Tuesday is going to be the Jordan Henderson dedication show. We're going to talk about Jordan Henderson and all his memories and what he's achieved with Liverpool. That is going to be on a joint stream. That's going to be on my channel, and we're going to be having people on there. So if you like Liverpool Football Club, give me a tweet, send me a DM, and I'll add you on there so you can come and join the show. So this is Solo P1 signing out. Big up Toto. You got anything to plug? You got anything coming this week on your channel?
Yeah, man. You can find me Twitter.
Yeah, but what,
Toto
you got any videos
44.
coming this week?
Yeah, I have, man. You know what? I've actually checked on my sub count and I've gained about. I was on 220. I was on 230.
Yeah.
Now I'm on 232. So
There you
look,
go.
the sub count is slowly coming up, but I'm just gonna keep on doing the videos. There's gonna be some recording on my channel because I ain't done a actual proper recording.
For quite a while.
I'm gonna see now about I think the last time I done the burning rubber was about 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I've done a burning rubber. So look,
he's not. He has been recording. By the way, if you're watching this, he has been recording videos, but he's been doing joint recording live videos with me. But he's on about a pre-recorded video. He hasn't done a pre-recorded video for about nearly 3 months. So he's gonna do some video.
3 months soon.
Yeah, he's got a burning rubber
3
coming
months
this week.
ago.
He's got a burning rubber coming this week, and he's going to be talking about the football kick around probably on next week as well. So look out for that on his channel. So I'm going to be heading off before I go and put the tunes on. Here we go. Put some tunes on, and that's it, man. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this Hungary thing before we go.
It is going to be such fine margins. He's chasing his 9th pole of this circuit. Hamilton going
Chill out, guys.
He's done
Bye.
it. He's done it at the last. Lewis Hamilton has a 9th pole position at the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Chill out, guys.
And he's
Bye.
beat Max Verstappen by 3 thousandths of a second in one of the...
I've got to play it again. Give me a second.
It is going to be such fine margins. He's chasing his 9th pole of this circuit. Hamilton going for it. He's done it. He's done it at the last. Lewis Hamilton has a 9th pole position at the Hungarian Grand Prix. And he's beat Max Verstappen